I am not sure that it is Season 1 currently, given that it's almost August. Guys, I will say Merry Christmas. We got new maps today. Really? 7? 7 new maps? Get out of here, really. Gotta see that. Holy crap, they actually did it. I had heard the rumors, the tweets on the tweeter that there were new maps coming, but 7? That's awesome and terrifying. Tropical Sacrifice, Stargazers, Data C, Waterfall. Oh, I've seen that before. Interesting. Inside and Out, Cosmic Sapphire, and Moondance. You guys know what this means. It is time for a lengthy, in-depth dive into each one of these maps. Thank God there's 7. We're going to be here a while. Before I get too far into this, hey Alaric, can we please remove the bumbling buffoon that's on screen?
I agree with this choice.
There we go, much better, much better. Now we can see this lovely map tile set. This is Cosmic Sapphire. Definitely some sapphire going on here. It feels a bit cosmic, doesn't it? What is the backdrop? Ooh, space with all sorts of different colors going on. That way you can get so nicely distracted when you get near the edges of your base. Layout so far, looking like the standard top left, bottom right corners. I have pitted 2 AIs to battle to the death here, but the importance, the focal point is the map. Single entrance, but there is that friendly employee entrance here for all you Terran Reaper lovers. Go down into the natural, looks like a standard natural wall off, probably 3 buildings there, and then into the very normal choice of thirds. You want the triangle? Do you want the line? Lots of entrances. There's rocks blocking in here, so you can open up from the other side here and then have your pick. Do you want to go to that base, that one, or straight for the natural? Single watchtower that's also guarded by the vents, the fog. Huh. Make your scouting lings, your scouting marines feel even safer. Wow, this ground. So we move from this more industrial building, mining colony tile set, it looks like, into some very shiny ground. Dirt? Gems, maybe? But not minerals, because those are minerals, of course. Go all the way up here. There's rich Vespine geysers up here. Very exposed, though, very far out of the way, unless you're Zerg and you have creep everywhere, of course. That's nice. I would love to think that that's a speed boost for going in the direction the arrows are going, but it's probably not. Probably not a speed boost. And then you have up here, nice way to run charge lots or Zerglings or roaches around, try and get some harassment. Bases are mirrored, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, standard, plus then the gold in the bottom left here. Highly contestable, very open, nice open ground, but also exposed to air attacks from the back. How's the main base? The main base is kind of like that too. Very exposed to dead space in the back here, so I'm feeling a lot of Liberators or Battlecruiser potential. Likewise, since things are mirrored, it just goes into these rocks, into the opponent's natural. There's a lot of different avenues in the middle of the map, though. A lot of ramps, a lot of high ground, low ground interactions. So I can definitely see some incidental deaths due to siege tanks on the high ground here. You have to be a bit careful. A lot of fog vents, too. You could hide things in there. The one Xel'Naga watchtower, it looks like it would cover roughly here in a circle around. You can probably get this pathway too. And then likewise over here, you might be able to see whether or not the opponent's taken this base or this base. I'm not I'm not sure. The distance looks really close on that. Nice dead space in here with a fountain and cars. It's very fancy looking cars. Look like hover bikes. Who lives here? Is that Mansk? Oh yeah, good old Mansk statue, of course. That's looking like it for Cosmic Sapphire. Pretty standard map. Nice shiny tile set down here. I really like this. Nice and distracting. Just a few rocks to open up here. This rock to help funnel into the third base potentially. Alright. Well, the AIs are not fit to battle to the death here because they're both on very easy. Apparently I need to amp that up for there to be any action. On to the next map. I'm not sure who turned out the lights on this map. This hatchery is dark. And I don't mean dark like, you know, the dark. I mean, it is dark in here. Underwater map. Welcome, everyone, to Data-C. Very, alien looking so far. Look at these cracks in the main base. Oh, Tiberium Wars, anyone? Kane's Wrath, GDI Nod. That's taking me back. So, underwater map this round. Always got to have one. I would love to know if there's the chance for corpses to float up because we're underwater on this one. No guarantee that these AIs will help me answer that, though. So looking at the main base, let's look at the Zergs over here. Definitely drop opportunity, drop-opportunistic map here. You can land at the edge of the creep, land over here. Oh, there's the employee entrance, of course. Reaper jump pad. Got to be able to scout. It doesn't look like any other point is accessible because of this gorgeous flora. And the geyser, like, letting you know this is where you're supposed to put your base. In the most dangerous location possible. The minerals, actually, that's very strange. Doesn't it feel a little weird to see the minerals and gas organized like this in a straight line up and down? That feels a little strange to me. A lot of dead space behind the main and the natural again. Opportunity to hide things, oracles, battle cruisers, you name it. I think Zerg will have to deal with it. So you go down the ramp, single entrance, wider natural, but still totally easily wallable. It is a natural ramp, so that's good. Nice to see. Little safer high ground. Then you have your choice of thirds again. You pick the line with one entrance there. Take the triangle with two entrances, but a little more space. The distance here. Oh man. Guys, think about this. Siege tank, range. Put a tank like maybe here. You can have your Marines cover around it. That tank can definitely shell in this area. Threatening mining. Alright, so you go down onto the low ground. You don't get eaten by these very voracious looking fish on the Overlord Pillar. Oh, Overlord Pillar. There is one, okay. There is an Ovi pillar here. Very good. Alright, low ground. Sandy texture, rocks, a lot of pillars. A lot of pillars to hide on, that's good. Foliage, probably to stealth. Standard stealth forest or fog of war. AIs are bouncing around looking at these two Zelnaga towers, one in each corner. Looks like they'll give a good amount of vision for traveling around these alternate paths. Fourth base up here. Another pillar. I'm surprised by the amount of high ground pillars. I can definitely feel the necessity of a Viking early on to snipe down these Ovies. Are you guys gonna battle? Show me some bodies flying. They do. Peace out. R.I.P. Zerglings. We still get bodies flying at the camera. Very good. Base up here, go across, base over here, and then you're already on the opponent's side of the map. The middle area if you don't open up these rocks, it is a bit windy. You have to go around all of these pillars. Potential to maybe put a tank or a Colossus on the other side of the rocks. You can try and harass and harry the opponent as they go through. Not a whole lot special going on here, though. The biggest thing I think that worries me is how close this base is to the low ground areas. Like, you only have to get set up here, and you can threaten the base. Absolutely. Okay. Data C. I like it. I definitely like the color tones a bit more than Cosmic Sapphire, but that's a very personal thing. I like the darker. I like the dark green especially, and all of this foliage going on. You really need a medevac. Terran, your boys, they're injured, in need of healing. Don't even know if it has a starport. So, that's about it. A lot of dead space behind, good for drops. I could see drops being good here. That is going to be it. On to the next one. The map is inside and out, and it already looks like the mechanical industrial tile set with some lava going on. Oh, I'm liking it. Main base looks very wide open, a lot of space, good for Terran production. You guys line your barracks, your factories all the way down here. Single entrance, but less dead space going on behind, it feels. If there's an air unit, like right here, for example, you could totally reach it from the ground there. So not as much opportunity. Oh, there's also something there. The minerals are farther away from the edge, so air units can't just sit off the edge of the platform. They have to actually come up here to do damage. So not as much opportunity for things like liberators or maybe battle cruisers to hide behind the base. That's on fire. Somebody needs help in there. I like the flora. Nice dark blue going on here. A little bit of teal. I like it. And then snow. Getting into the snow tile set. Okay. So, let's think about this gameplay point of view. There is the pillar here, but that's not a very helpful pillar because it's right next to the high ground from the main base. So if you put an Overlord here and their Terran has a Marine here, that OV cannot sit there. That's not going to work. Not at all. Unfortunate Zerg players, but find another way to deal with it, I suppose. Single entrance. Oh, where's the Reaper jump? Reaper jump. Looks like it could jump up there from the natural. Maybe up here from the third. That looks like environment. Probably not jumpable, but this looks like it'd be fine. Alright. Natural, also pretty open. I like the amount of space over here. Could also be open to drops, though. You know, the double edge of the sword, right? Go down into the low ground. It is a natural ramp, but also a very wide ramp. 3 buildings, maybe. It feels wide. Go up. You have high ground to this third, high ground to this third. Very large, wide entrance there, but 2 pillars to be able to sit over. So it's looking like you might have to go with the ZVZ placement of Overlords. You have one over here to watch this entrance and a little bit of that one. One over here. You can sit on this pillar if you wanted. Watch this ramp, this bridge. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Rocks to help defend. A lot of rocks to help defend. The amount of space that's in here. A little windy, yes, but oh my gosh, you can put a tank over here. Keep an eye on everything in that circle. Go down, you got your 4th base. Again, just a single wide entrance, so probably easily defendable. Rocks up to the high ground can be opened up. Give a little more direct access, but it feels like you won't really need to because you have the forest here and then a ramp right there. And how many people are really going to set up a siege line right in here? Keep going all the way up. It's a normal base, no gold, no rich. How many bases total? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. for each player. So, not as much of a long macro game focus. We're not running like 18 bases here. Drop potential is also high for the main base. You see coming up here, you go over the lava, probably unscouted unless there's solid overlord or observer placement. You can load off right in here, very far from the edge of the creep. Okay, it's a lot of bridges, focusing the travel points. That might be the advantage to opening up the rocks, because then you don't have to worry about funneling into to this choke right here. I'm getting visions of, what was it, Beckett Industries we had a few seasons ago, where it was the very small, narrow bridges with the speed zones into the third base area. Yeah, I definitely don't think I would want to be trying to funnel forces through these bridges. Go around, go through the forest, go for the wide open zones here. Maybe that's just the Zerg player in me talking, but that's what I'm feeling. Overall, I like the color, I like the tile set. I like that it's not all the industrial, the mechanical, it's just the main base. Like, 2 forces landed here, set up shop, but then there's all this alien world and flora just outside, and burning buildings, because, you know, why not? We need burning buildings. It doesn't make sense without it. Okay. Not too bad, not too great, not too impressive, but I do like it. On to the next. The main base is not in a corner of the map. I am panicking. What is going on here? Welcome to the map, Moondance. Moondance, huh? Alright. Very bright. Much more of a light tile set, but I'm loving the purple crystals. I'm a fan of mixing light blue, dark blue with purple. Quite nice. So, guys, what's going on here? Why on earth do we have a pocket base that only leads to late game builds? And oh my gosh, who wants that? Who wants these 30, 40 minute sky toss games? Only mildly joking here. Seriously though, the mains are not in the corner of the map, so already a little eccentric, little different. There is a very narrow ramp leading up, plenty of Reaper space to jump up here, here, here. Nothing from this side though, that's all environment. Main base, not as spacious, but I do like that most of the space is over to the right. You can either choose to organize your production over there and have risk of drops, or even siege tanks over here. Or you can try and tuck it all over to the left side and keep that space open. And then welcome a Nidus worm at some point in there. This pocket base though, I think this is going to be the real focal point here. There's only 1 gas, so I guess that's the trade-off. You get a much more safe base from a ground army point of view, but it's less lucrative. You want to take the risk, you go out, you take your triangle third, or you're even a little farther away. Man, that's some distance. Oh, the poor queen that has to walk this road without creep. Oh boy. So, pillar. Where's the pillar? Here we go. That pillar is far out. Berlingrad, am I right? You go down your very narrow ramp into your natural. You can choose, do I want the pocket third for a little more safety, a little less income, or do I want to save that maybe for the late game? That's probably what I would do if it were me in the case. Wall off, pretty easy there. Go down the far walk for the uncreeped queen to the third base over here. Wide entrance though, and vulnerable to tank fire. What did we have before like this? Pride, Altaris. Pride of Altaris, you could sit tanks down on the low ground there too. Rocks into a ramp leading down. Third base, if you go with the triangle, it does have 2 entrances that lead directly into more expansions. A lot of bases, it feels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bases. It's an 18 base map. Oh, sweet Jesus, guys. This is the end game map. This is the macro map, huh? Get out on the middle, though. A lot of wide open spaces, some vents to hide your forces. This Terran is going for a bio rush versus a siege tank Terran. Oh, great. All right, this should be good. This should be great. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. And he's going home just like that. Very nice. Solid decision making. So the base is out on the map. Very exposed. Holy moly. That's a disaster waiting to happen. You can put anything. Even Marines might be able to hit stuff mining from right here. What's up here? Just a standard base. Are there any rich? No rich minerals, no rich gases. Nada. But both sides of the map do have this very tucked away pocket base here. Seriously, 9 bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bases. Oh my gosh. I am losing it, guys. It's not bad. It's good. The macro potential here. How well defended, how easily defended are all these bases, though? I'm talking a lot about how many bases you can get, but how many bases can you hold? The ground over here is wide open. You would need a wall or defenses in place for that. There's also the potential for air attacks, a lot of dead space going on over here, a lot of drop potential into the main. Dead space even behind the main and the pocket base, so it's feeling like, yes, you can take a lot of bases, but are you really going to be able to defend all of them? Ground paths seem a little light on this side. You do have the ramps. This ramp, if you don't open up those rocks, that is going to be a nightmare versus tanks or colossi. Ramp over here also can be pretty easily defended from the main base, though. You could put just a siege tank up here or over here and take your third CC. Not that these Terrans are going to do it. They're both going to try and kill each other with tanks and liberators at the 6-minute mark. No major bridges, no small paths in the middle, but a lot of the vents. So if you're not careful with your vision, with your scouting, you could wind up running into somebody's army out here. Huh. Not bad. I really like that there's a lot of bases, but they feel risky. I like that there's a little bit of decision making to be done there. Alright, Moondance. On to the next one. What on earth did they do to Blackburn? Guys, Blackburn got turned upside down on its head. The bases are in the top left and the top right corners, and there is a star here. The map is Stargazers. Oh, that is some nice liquid going on. What is this? A terrazine water themed map? But we're not underwater. At least I don't think. Doesn't feel like it. Alright, main base. Very open. With 2 entrances. Excuse me? What is going on here? How many drinks did the person have when they decided all of this? So this base has 10 mineral patches blocking the taking of it, and then 40 minerals patches blocking the ramp. But I'd like to see Blink Stalkers have to deal with that. Risky. Gambling. That's what I see when I look at this. And no pillar. Where's the pillar? It's all the way out here. Oh, man. Nice convenient Reaper jump pad employee entrance. Because I don't think the Reaper could actually go this way. No. Wait, that was out. No. There is no way the Reaper can get over that terrain. So this is the Reaper entrance. That's the employee entrance. Could reach it from this side too if the natural is not taken. Dead space behind the base. Pretty standard. There's a lot of space up here. But the minerals are pretty far back on this side too, so any air unit on this side would have to come up here. But on this side, it's a bit closer. They could probably sit from right there, but then there's ground underneath you, so is it really that safe? So you go down this ramp. This is the ramp you're supposed to take. The natural you're supposed to take. Unless you're crazy and you decide to try and take the not pocket, not hidden, just forward base here. It would take 2 drones to mine it in one go, or 1 drone to take 2 trips for each of those fields to then be able to take the base. I do not see that happening. Not that early on, at least. Go out the natural, standard wall off, into ramp, down to, wow, that is terrazine, like trying to break through. I like it. Is it put your base here, because that looks safe. So, got 2 ramps, got a lot of zerglings, well, speedling all in much. Line 3rd down here, right into the line 4th. A lot of ramps, a lot of high ground. The pillar will help you see both of these ramps as well as this path, but this, you won't be able to see that. So the opponent could wrap around the top and try and dodge that pillar. Couple bridges, some romanticide feels. Single watchtower in the top. Looks like it will reveal up to probably about here on the map. So take the watchtower and you might actually be safe against some sort of early air attack. Rocks leading up, and then you're on the opponent's side of the map. What's down here? Gold base. Very exposed, but also pretty hidden too. It's in the very bottom. You might not think to check that right away. Alright, base count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for each, and then the final base is the gold here. So 13 on the total map. A lot of water, a lot of space. Trees here, trees. No trees going this way though, but there is high ground. You can actually choose. Do you want to go around up to the bridges or deal with the high ground? I like it. I like the choice. I like the decision-making ability there. My gosh. This map, guys. Like, Blackburn was weird enough, but then we're like, you know what? Hang on. I got something better. What if we flip it around? Whoa. Alright. That's why you get the big bucks, right? Oh, there's a pillar here, too. To be able to see if they take the 3rd base or not. Oh, guys. I just had a thought. Nidus drops, plays over here. If they don't take this base, this is such a good attack point. You just plop a Nidus on this side, and then you have direct access to the main base. Oh my gosh. I can see it now. Dark is gonna throw some Nidus worms here. I just know it. Ling player getting kills on all the roaches. Way to go. ZVZ in a nutshell. Perfect. Perfection. Yeah, I really like the creativity here, but I just do not see this base being taken in any standard sense. It's just so risky. There's drops, there's air attacks, stalkers can blink up here. Oh my gosh. So the standard play, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Here you can take the gold if you want to get risky, a little economic greed. And then aside from that, it's a lot of ramps, a lot of high ground. Definitely be a bit careful. Is this a good map for mech? I'm feeling like potentially, because some of these bases feel easily defended. You can cover both of these bases pretty well from about here. Get some siege tanks set up there. You could take this base as well. Turrets galore, siege tanks over here, sensor tower. 1 sensor tower right here can probably cover up to there, down to here. So So far, I'm thinking most likely to mech map. Stargazers. There you go. On to the next one. The map is Tropical Sacrifice, and I'm guessing we don't need to ask why there's red spots on the floor with that kind of name. So, trees, greenery. Wow. Why does it feel like we don't get enough greenery maps here? I know we had trees on Berlingrad, but still, I like it. What on earth is going on here? On second thought, I don't want to know. Do not tell me. Yikes. We are moving on. Okay. Main base. Pretty open. A lot of space over here. Like the others, good for drops. Good for potential harassment. Single ramp going upwards or downwards if you're on the other side of the map, of course. Into another ramped natural. Oh, I like the Protoss aesthetic here. This feels very Tal'Darim. I like it. Alright. Natural base, not too large, fairly standard. Good high ground advantages here. Reaper entrance, one there. I assume, yep. This one here. Crystals pointing you towards that of, hey, there could be Reapers here. Panic. Panic ensues, of course. Oh god, there's more. There's more over there. Go down the ramp, have your choice of thirds, yet again, line up to a much nicer entrance there. Triangle, 2 entrances, but this one's choked with rocks, so, I don't think either one's going to be too difficult. Since this has high ground, this might actually end up being a bit safer than this one. There's dogs. There's dogs here too. Dog lovers, rejoice. Go down, you have your 4th base way up here, along with beachfront property and scantipedes. Good eating there. Open ground, very open entrance, sand texture, going up high ground, another base. Anything rich? Nothing rich. Nope. Oh my gosh, and an Artosalope. There's so much fauna here. A lot of life activity. 3 bridges in the center, double bridge here actually, so totally fine to move wide swaths of mech units across. No bases right away here, but this one does lead into this base. How many total? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if I'm counting that right. 8 bases for each player, so a little more on the macro side. How easily defended? Not as easily, I think, as some other maps, so probably won't see a lot of turtling. I could be wrong, as always. I'm wrong quite often, but it doesn't seem like too out of the norm, out of the standard. I think this one feels like it's going to be not standard, but actually in gameplay I think it's going to be fine. Pillars. Oh, there's one over here. Oh, I kind of like that. You could put your OV over here and then see both the natural and the third. A lot of dead space over here. Park your OV, park your air units. Don't know what's going on with all these rock textures too. A lot of space behind the main base, but not much when you actually want to get harassing because of how far out that platform extends. Okay. Tropical Sacrifice. I give it a fine rating. It's fine. Nothing too special, too crazy. I'm actually a little terrified, but, you know, that's what vetoes are for, right, guys? You're terrified of a map. There's so many animals. There's so many... Oh gosh, is that why it's sacrifice? What are they sacrificing here? Where's the taste-alope? Oh no. We better go on to the next map before something bad happens. I think next one's the last one too. The final map is Waterfall. And already, one huge thing I'm noticing is the difference in tile sets here. So we've got what's looking like a standard beige, bronze, golden Protoss vibe versus the nice purifier aesthetic, white, black, orange, robotic feel. In between though, wow, is this... Yeah, this is passable. You can actually walk through this. It's like a lily pad bridge. They're like stepping stones, probably. Well, at least we know why it's called Waterfall. Oh, that's a nice bridge, too. All the aesthetics here. Oh, I am loving it. Super good. And all these trees. Very nice. Tip my hat to you, map maker. This is looking to be quite nice aesthetically. Alright, gameplay-wise. I can't get over that. That's so cool. Gameplay-wise, main base. Open on the top side. A lot of dead space behind. Let's get the... Yeah, that is a lot of dead space. Minerals are a bit close to the edge here, so Liberator Zone could totally reach that. Okay. Reaper jump pad, one there. Yeah, it looks like they could do that. I think so. And then anywhere over here. Alright. A lot of Reaper jump pads. They're employee entrances. Another ramped natural, very safe, tucked away, but still vulnerable to air attacks or drops. Maybe even a siege tank here. I don't know. They could hit here, absolutely. I don't know if they can hit all the way here. That seems a bit far. Go down into the low ground, into the trees, the grasses. What are these? Flowers? Oh my gosh. Good for bees. We need to help the bees, don't we? So, third base, triangle, much farther out from the ramps here. Could get creep up there, but there's also a high ground advantage. Jump pads, of course, but still. You could totally shell an enemy moving out here from up here. Huh. Wow, this Zerg's already going for it. You go get them. Alternative third on the line side over here. You have nice bridge, very wide open though, and could easily be cut off. If you could set up forces down here, you can cut off these bases. Likewise over here too. You could just cut off the third from the natural. What are you two doing? Oh my gosh. Children, play nice. You're both pretty. Okay, moving on. Fourth base over here. Go down the ramp, a lot of trees. Not so passable terrain, but it does create channels. Rich geyser. Single rich geyser. Very close to this other base. This could be easily defended. Take this base, set up shop here. You could take this base too. Pretty easily, I think. Then you get up into the purifier side. Their bridge, their ramp. So the split actually is going to happen across the side. They can totally walk over it. That's so good. That's so awesome. I know, I'm freaking out. I'm geeking about that. I think that's cool. Total base count. Solid splits from the AI. Beyond, is that you? Oh my word. Alright, base count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14 total. And only one of them's a rich geyser. So, it's not really leaning towards the macro side. And the rush distance feels a bit short. I don't know the numbers. I don't know the specific numbers for the rush distance, but it doesn't feel that long. Pillars. Standard pillar over here. Cool. Very good to see. Nothing really out, though. That's the only pillar you get. The rest of it's the dead space, so you'll have to be a bit careful. Huh. Well, this one... Gameplay, I'm feeling... It could get weird with this high ground third, but maybe not. Maybe not as weird as I think it might be. Standard gameplay rating. Aesthetics, off the chart though. I love it. Loving the aesthetics of this one. Alright, I think that's going to be it. Leave you with this wonderful view. You guys, let me know down below which one is your favorite and why. That's what I want to know. No simple Moondance or Stargazers comment. You tell me why it's a good map, why it's your favorite. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.